Hi, this is Carole Copeland Thomas, and this is your diversity tip of the day. Make sure you are vigilant when it comes to sexual harassment and sexual assault. We've had way too many very high-profile cases in the last couple of years involving very high-profile, very powerful men in various industries who have been caught in their acts of sexual harassment and sexual assault. Sadly, in our society, this happens way too often, and very often, women in particular are quiet, silent, and they don't really proactively speak out about the issues. When it comes to sexual harassment, let me read a definition so that you'll understand what it is. It says, according to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, sexual harassment involves unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature that constitutes what sexual harassment happens to be. You can actually be in the workplace with another colleague and maybe a third colleague, and the two colleagues are sharing very lewd jokes with each other out in the open. They're talking about sexual body parts and laughing about it, maybe talking about other people in the organization from a sexual perspective. That can also constitute sexual harassment. Now, sexual assault goes deeper. It is worse, and it can become a criminal offense. Sexual assault, I'm reading this also, is where a person is coerced or physically forced to engage against their will in a sexual act. So when you look at rape, when you look at someone who is forced to have sex, someone is drugged, and then they are involved in a sexual act against their own best wishes, that's what we're talking about when it comes to sexual assault. Sexual assault is part of a criminal activity that can be get you in trouble on the state level, where the state can bring up charges against you based on what has happened or against someone else. Typically, sexual harassment cases are either settled on the workplace, they're settled in either some state organization that's connected with EEOC, or there's a state arm of that organization, and someone can be removed from their workplace, or things can be mitigated in terms of a negotiated settlement. So typically, sexual harassment cases are thought of in terms of not going to jail, and sexual assault is where you possibly can go to jail. Check out your respective organizations, what the policies are on sexual harassment and sexual assault. Make sure you know the difference, and most importantly, make sure that you are not perpetrating either sexual harassment or sexual assault. It ain't cool at all. Visit my website at carolecopelandthomas.com. That's CAROLE, CopelandThomas.com, to learn more about my training services, business products, and the Multicultural Symposium series. And we would love for you to continue to listen to these diversity tips on a daily basis. Thank you so much for watching.